Save complete.
So anyway.
Happy's like, there are PMD comics?
How are you doing, Happy? How are you doing with this sass, huh?
I can't believe Happy hasn't read the super sick and amazing Mystery Dungeon comic, Across the Divide. I hear it's like the best one. Ow.
It is.
Oh, I know.
Can we call them an orchard? Oh my god. Well, I have the perfect thing for this. Being a PMD Comics, I'm making one, or trying to. Oh?
So, Dusknoir, are you gonna, like, shadow sneak at any point? No? Just gonna...
In fairness, we did just have a huge fight. He basically made it clear that he's not helping anymore.
He's just supposed to not be helping when we reach Dialga. We're supposed to still be on the same team till we get there.
I guess he decided to start that feeling early.
Shadow sneak them to death. Wait, you're not supposed to approach me.
Are you approaching me?
An apple. It's a shame that this game is so long that I probably won't be able to hit up gates until next year.
Yeah.
Well, this game and Pokemon games in general, because there's not really like many options for short Pokemon games to hit up.
Yeah.
So okay, fair enough.
Something at the end of the day is still JRPGs.
something at the end of the day is still JRPGs.
You dare approach me? I can't recruit you without coming closer. Then come as close as you'd like. Beautiful. Wonderful. Perfect.
Beautiful.
Except Lyra doesn't like making friends in this game.
Hey, it's not that I don't like friends in this game, it's not that I don't like making friends in this game. It's that the creators don't like you using friends in this game. Oh, Across the Divide.
If you didn't mind making them though, you'd at least say yes when they come to join us.
To be fair, I am conditioned by OG Rescue Team, and I always forget you can just hit go home immediately after they join.
Fair. Happy says, "Oh, ATV, that one with Olive,
Well,
the one with Ginger, the most important character."
Well,
I have no bias. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, considering how people were with Olive on the new page, I'll take the one with Olive.
Oh. That one. You should tell us a little bit about your PMD comic if you're comfy doing that. Since I know you said you're trying to make it, so it's not out yet. I would imagine.
Dusknoir, help me. Thanks. Dusknoir, help me. Thanks. So I know we usually don't like to hit up sleeping Pokemon in this abode. That sure was the doorway it was standing in front of.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't know if
Sleeping Guardian?
Sleeping Guardian. I don't know if you've noticed on the map. But the other way is just a loop, so this is the only way to go.
I want to know that I didn't really feel bad about you doing that until it read that he did 8 damage to you, and then it felt like bullying.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have slept in the doorway.
If he didn't want his ass kicked, he shouldn't have slept in the doorway.
Exactly. Well, there goes my apple.
Olive Happy notes that Olive is the protagonist, right? No, Ginger is. I have no bias. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Ginger...
Oh yeah, you got a new apple.
Ginger is at least somewhat true, at least for this next chapter.
My girl's time has come.
Mess him up, Dusknoir.
Show who the superior ghost is.
Ducked.
It's called Lights of Eternity. You follow 3 humans who get transported to different parts of the world and are trying to find each other without any clue that they are also there. Each one takes a chapter at a time or multiple and have custom abilities for each. Oh, that's cool.
You know.
I don't think I've seen multiple protagonists teleported and at once.
Oh.
Or like multiple humans. Ooh, Poison Fang. That was mean.
Oh, is that what he did? That makes sense why it hurt so much.
Uh-huh.
Mess him up, Dusknoir. Perfect.
Is it time for that Spurn Orb? Oh,
Hey.
in the face.
There's a lot more about I'm a little lazy.
I appreciate Hypno coming. What was that?
That one said there's a lot more, but I'm lazy. Please work. Thank the Lord.
I think that's a great like pitch actually right there. Like it tells you a good interesting chunk.
Yeah.
Without needing to be a ton. Currently in the stage of recruiting voice actors and artists. It's hard since artists don't exactly like to draw without getting paid. Very fair. Also, you're trying to make like a dub comic thing. Very powerful. A lot of work goes into those. Hello.
Lots of work. Alright, made it through the dungeon.
My
What you see over there is Pinnacle. It's Pinnacle. Go by.
one.
What's up?
Oh, just my one kitten got up and disturbed the other one, and now they both have grumpy faces, and it's still very cute.
Beautiful. Got it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, if this is what constitutes a temple tower collapsing, we really did do it last second. Because it's still towering, and most of these cracks were in place when we stuck the time gears in.
Oh, right.
I think the big hole up at the front where the thing was is really the only major difference. Nobody's here, huh? That's very strange. Master Dialga's always over there. Why isn't Dialga there now? Celebi said Dialga would send a final agent. But to send another agent back to the past, I expect you would take an enormous amount of power. To generate that kind of power, Dialga would have to hold still for some time. Thought he was in Temple Tower. Your guess is correct, I thought so too. Thought so, that should be right. However, if he's going to send an agent back to the past, there's another method. Back to the past, another method? That's right. If he needs to send the agent through time, Grovile, you should know that method I'm talking about. I should know the what method? No, can't be. The passage of time? Yes, the passage of time, rather than waiting for Master Dialga to recreate it. They most likely look for Celebi and use the passage of time to send an agent back to the past. Ooh, excuse me. I'm sure of it. Master Dialga probably left here to catch Celebi. Dialga left to catch Celebi? But I don't think it'll be that easy to catch Celebi. If it were just the Sableye, it'd be right. However, it's a different story if Master Dialga himself went to catch her. And that new henchman, I'm worried about their ability. Dust Forest. I always met Celebi in Dust Forest. You know what? Be a shame. I don't know if this is actually what happens or not. But
If Dusknoir was pretending
no,
and we just outed where Celebi is?
No, if the henchman just kind of like had Dialga wait off somewhere and was just like hiding and was listening to that.
Oh, and has us lead him right to Celebi? Fear.
Fear.
I just realized that on Dusknoir's back, it's a little smiley face.
Little smiley face on Mr. Spleens. I'm sorry for ruining this villain for anybody's repeat playthroughs of Explorers of Sky. Rest in pepperonis, Celebi. Grow out. What? She's up against Dialga, but we're most likely already too late. Shut up, Dusknoir. She won't be caught that easily. That's right, Celebi's not weak, but as Dusknoir said, she's up against Primal Dialga. There's also a new henchman too. Last time I fought Dusknoir in the deep Dust Forest, we weren't too far from here. I think Celebi would be on the lookout. We would have left the here by now. Celebi, I'm begging you, keep yourself safe. I was just thinking, man, this feels pretty fast compared to the last one. We're already almost to trouncing Dialga. What do you have to say? It's probably too late. Got nothing to do with whatever happens to Celebi. And that's when the Grovyle punches him in the face and just keeps walking.
Well, I appreciate not ruined. Made it better.
Beautiful. Oh hey, Haunter. Mess him up. Thanks. That's honestly a solid punch animation on Dusknoir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look, an apple. How long do you think you'll have it before it gets ruined?
Right, I have like 3 grimy foods. Oh good, I have 6 apples. Oh, you don't need... It's fine. I got 6 apples. And I haven't used a single one yet.
Nice. Also, something. I believe you can still use grimy food. You have to use it right before you go upstairs.
It also is like less than half as effective, or maybe half, I don't know. It's like 20 something hunger compared to 50. Which is really painful when it hits a big apple.
Yeah. You're like, no. Oh, heck yeah.
And imagine a purple...
Stairs right here.
Imagine... I'll ignore that.
You know, I've always seen I've seen before the idea in like the comics of like the dungeon really like not showing stairs as a way to try to prevent someone from progressing, almost like the dungeon itself is trying to hide something. But I've never seen the reverse of like, imagine a dungeon where you're rushing to get Celebi like this, but like almost every time you go up, the stairs are nearby for the next one. And it's like the dungeon itself wants you to get to Celebi to save them.
Hey. Get Leaf Bladed.
You just gave me an idea. You're welcome. Sentient dungeon. Yes. I like the idea of them having some form of like conscious. And if you're just going with like it's a primal natural sort of a thing.
I've never had the narrative need for dungeons in my PMD stuff.
Nutmeg and Flash dive into a dungeon somehow on accident when?
Never, because they don't exist.
Aww. My dreams.
I just haven't found the narrative need for a constantly shifting dungeon. I've personally never seen the like need for it in even like other people's PMD stuff. Like I've seen people do it in like clever ways that I can't really say, oh, that shouldn't have been there. But I've never seen like it be needed. And it's like a lot of like explaining how it works in universe for something that it's a lot of extra work I would have to go to explain how it works in universe for something I don't really know why I would need it narratively. Wormsniff. Well, the dungeon heard me say I haven't used a single apple and was like, hey, let me help with that.
Oh, that's a shame.
I don't want those apples to go to waste. Maybe so many. I need to stop being sandy and stormy. It's a dark and stormy night.
Dark and stormy night.
Speaking of which, I should continue the little Rose story I was writing to remember how I write her.
Oh, correct.
And then we can continue our Rose, Sapphire, and Camilla.
It's true. We just got your protag. We just got our good protag Rose meeting the pretty and mysterious Sapphire.
We did.
I think that still needs even first round editing though. I think there's still instances of elephant in that chapter.
There are. I think I sarcastically on one of them was just like, keep it. Have it be a dog fan called Mr. Elephant.
Oh my god.
Ah, perfect. I see this dungeon still wants us to save Celebi.
Thank goodness. What was I gonna say something? Oh, wait, in fear of this becoming like when I joke about a man in the room, I feel like I should explain. So when I write stuff, if I get stuck somewhere and it's wrecking my flow, like I'm really in the writing flow, and sometimes stopping and looking something up or figuring something out would wreck the flow, I just write the word elephant in there and keep writing whatever else I was writing. So that way I could just Control F elephant later on when the first draft is done. And I can look it up later. And so that's how you can tell if it's like a very first draft that has no editing, is I write the word elephant. And theoretically, if you ever want to use this, you can use any word you want as long as you don't think it'll come up very often, so you can Control F it later for finding it. But yeah, it helps me keep the flow of whatever I'm writing, and then later on I can just go back to wherever it is and be like, okay, I needed to look up this information. But that's why I was like, you can tell that we haven't gone back there because there's still the word elephant in that draft. Oh, side note, never forget to remove that if you do that. I actually learned this trick originally for academic writing. Never forget to leave that in an academic paper. It leads to questions.
Sounds fun. Is this it, Grovile? This place you met Celebi? Yes, that's right. It's quiet. Is she already captured? Is she already taken away? Or maybe she sensed danger and ran away from here. It's possible she outwitted them. Maybe she's still hiding somewhere nearby. Could be any one of those. Something strange about the air here. Celebi, she probably left already. What? Oh, I knew it. They brought me right into their trap. Dusknoir, Dialga's new henchman. It's just as crafty and wicked as you are. I'm Master Dialga's only henchman. I can't allow anyone to take my place. Here they come. Let's use dig.
I guess if they're already here for a trap, that does mean that they beat us here, right?
Yeah.
So they weren't listening in. They knew we were coming here. Oh, I don't like them being on all sides.
Neither do I.
Like, that was fine when you had agility discharge to work with, you know?
Alright, Dusknoir, I desperately need you to beat one of them. Thank you.
I desperately need you to not be useless.
Alright, Dusknoir, once again, I desperately need you to beat one of them. Because I think you may count as a partner in this one.
You're now important. Congratulations. I need you to not mess up now.
Stop. 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 Gosh dang it.
8. Oh my god. Why? Why went up against this many enemies would they let them have a multiple hit move?
Oh, thank goodness we have Reviver Seed.
Oh my gosh, who allowed that to happen?
They all seem to be going for Dusknoir at the moment, so I think the priority is going to be not dying, or reducing enemy count over not dying.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. That punch was.
I'm glad that he.
So was that.
I'm glad he targeted like that. I was afraid he was gonna be like, okay, I'll hit each of these once.
Yeah. Wah! Wait. Yonk. Oh, you're squishing me. Tell us, what happened to Celebi? Where's Dialga? Where's Dialga ran off in pursuit of Celebi to Frozen Island. Frozen Island? That's Solitary Island? To the south of here? Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Gah! Beat it. Frozen Island. It's different. Is it a different land? That's right. We have to move across space. How do we do that? Don't worry. If you follow the cliff south from here, the Porygon that will send us across space. Let's go. So it's just like an actual alternate dimension? What is it? Oh, it's nothing. Just my arms. I feel like I've regained some strength in my arms. Now that you mention it, earlier when I was pushing around the Sableye with the incredible power, there's no mistaking it. This Dusknoir's power is growing stronger than ever before. I wonder if his wounds are significantly healed. My strength is returning. Fear.
Fear. I don't like that. Hehehe.
This is the entrance to Spatial Cliffs. Once we pass through here, we'll be in the place where Porygon lives. Oh, Naga, I've already gone to Frozen Island. Let's hurry. So, is this just an alternate dimension, or alternatively, since this seems to be like... This is such a weird... Anyways, alternatively, are we just going into a computer? Porygon.
I don't know, but that one says he's regaining his spleen. He can grow it back.
You know.
I wasn't expecting that plot twist. Also, Winter Lily came by with a hydrate and save and said, just popping in. Can't stay. Hope you have a good stream. Thank you, Winter Lily. And I've hydrated.
Oh, that bayonet's in the wall. Thankfully, Dusknoir doesn't care about walls. Ow, my face. Ah, your face. Ah, your face again.
Ghost types are rude. Just chilling out in walls where you can't hit them. What is this, Dark Souls? I guess it's the other way around. Whenever I'm playing Dark Souls and there's ghosts in the wall, I should say, what is this, PMD?
Beautiful. Also, joke's on you. I can walk into the walls with my scarf.
Oh, nice. I didn't realize you had your scarf here.
I don't.
Ah.
Like actual me. What are the lore implications of putting on this scarf and being able to walk through walls?
Um, developed by ghost type inventors to simulate to replicate intangibility, but since it's not a natural ability, it drains your body to be in that condition, and therefore you need to eat food a lot more regularly.
And I guess it makes you also levitate like a ghost,
Yes.
since you can also walk on water and hover over endless trenches.
Yes. It replicates, I guess it just replicates spectral beings, the state of being a spectral being.
Well, I guess I'll wear this Petra scarf.
That's fun. Hit me with another one, Lyra. Love me figuring out Lauren right before the stairs. That was rude.
I think it's specifically mad that I didn't end up using an apple when it was trying to force me to.
I think that's gotta be my favorite PMD commentary I've ever heard. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Pow. Get dunked on, my dude. You'll never recover.
Lyra, I don't think it took any damage.
Huh?
I don't think it took any damage from either of Grovile's attacks.
So, Dusknoir, how you doing? Does work? No, it's not. Oh, you're after me.
What was Wonder Guard? It's only super effective hits? Or...
I believe so. But I believe it's ghost type, so... The second Dusknoir snapped out of it, it was gone. Hello!
I know that's like more of a punch animation, but the way it kind of opens the palm, it just looks like he's smacking him into oblivion. Let him have this moment. Apparently, Dusknoir said, moment's over. Bam.
By the way, what are all y'all's pronouns?
Lyra is she, her, and I am she, they.
Yonk. Dusknoir, take over. Or not.
Dusknoir is like, I know I said I'm regaining my strength, but no.
Have you tried regaining your strength, scrub?
Let her have her moment. And then Dusknoir again says, no. Oh, a Miss Magnus and a Mischievous.
How mischievous.
How mischievous. How misfortunate, but like for them.
Oh, bye, Dusknoir. Have fun. Fair enough. If that's the fun you're gonna have, go ahead. Let's say knock yourself out, but you're knocking them out. I like an apple.
I kind of like the idea of Grovile being like, knock yourself, and it's like before you can finish it, knocks one of them out. It's like you were saying, you know what? Fair enough.
Get dunked on. Ah, your spleen.
How mistakable.
Don't you mean your spleen? I know what I said.
When I think of your spleen, I think of like when I pass off an attack and it hits you. I was like, your spleen. Don't you mean like my spleen? And just me passing off the attack to hit someone else. I know what I said.
Your spleen. Don't you mean my spleen? Tails passing the attack off to me. I know what I said. Wait, no, it's like, don't you mean my spleen passes off to me? Yes, I do. You have fun with that.
Oh, wow. Truck. And there go my kittens. My kittens don't like trucks when they drive up, like if we think like delivery trucks and stuff. They're not a fan.
What is this malarkey?
Sea trap orb? Oh. We have like glasses of that, I think, in DX. It's very good.
Mess him up, Dusknoir.
Oh, what kind of seed was that?
The seedy kind.
Okay.
I think it was a blinker seed. Ow. Mess him up, Dusknoir.
A seed.
Who sucker punched you?
Haunter, you sucker punch.
Let me rephrase that. Where instead of are they? There they are.
From where? I like that you moved in to attack and Dusknoir was already done by that point.
In fairness, I was just there for emotional support. I don't think I could have hit it anyways. That one suggested was a seed.
Good old seed, a seedy seed. A seedy seed that seemed seedy.
Indeed. Well,
I think
here we
you
go.
mean indeedy.
I love that Pokemon.
It'd be cool if there was a PMD game where you played as the partner instead of the human. A good point.
something.
The partner is the one with all the personality?
Well, there's that, but also, something. Being human isn't necessary in most of these games. I'd wager a solid argument it's only necessary in the first game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this game definitely, it really just needed you to be a Pokemon from the future.
And even then, it definitely could have, like, not done that.
Mm-hmm.
You could have just been a Pokemon from the present, and it still would have worked. Would have required more work. Like you being a human, it took more work to explain why you were human and people were recognizing you. So it literally would have been easier for you to have been a Pokemon from the future.
Uh-huh. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know anything about Gates, like, at all. Does Gates have Gates has the human angle, right? But like, does it bring anything?
Not that I remember. It's really just very chosen one-y, and you could just be a Pokemon to start with, and it could still do the chosen one-y stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are plenty of RPGs where the person's just like from that world and gets chosen one. It doesn't have to be you transported from another place and turned into a Pokemon to do that.
Fair enough.
Alright, made it to the dungeon. Ah! Master Dusknoir! It's been a while. The reason I've come here, but I'm going to request. Well, that's difficult. We're being held back by Sableye. And behind you, Master Dusknoir, is... You're saying you won't listen to me? Ah! We'll do it! This way, please! Well then, we'll transmit you to the Frozen Isle. Don't move. Ah, fool. We transport you to the unfrozen island. So this is probably just like Blizzard Island, but in the future, right?
I would imagine.
South of Temporal Tower is Blizzard Island, so... Locationally, it makes sense. This is Frozen Island. Before time was stopped, it was called Blizzard Island. Ah, the answer is right there. Now that the world is plunged into darkness, it's much more severe. It's been closed off. So, here we go then. Good! What's that? It's a snow ramp. Where do they live around here? Good! Hey, wait a moment. Good? I have something I wanted to ask you. I think you would know so anything of anyone other than anyone other than us came through here recently. How do you speak?
Simple. You don't. Next question.
I think, anyways, did you see anyone? That's the next question. Geek? The next question is, why don't they talk?
Oh. Oh, you don't think they're going with uncivilized creatures, do you? With that something, especially those designs. You don't.
Those designs in the icy place. You don't see anyone at all, please tell me. It's really important. G. GG. Did you understand any of that? G. Angry G. Dunked on me. They're no help. They're just teasing me. The attitudes of Pokemon living in Swirl Darkness are a bit warped. Oh wow. Just reckon you know better than anyone else. I know I don't really know where you would best go. However, I believe if we follow the path that lies ahead of here, it would be best. Suspect Sableye will have laid other traps, so we should proceed with caution. Yeah, I see. However, the ones we met, we see them again. However, the Snowit could tease him like that. This guy, sometimes he can be so innocent. No, that's why his heart is not influenced by the power of darkness.
It feels like Dusknoir just pointed to Grovyle and was like, "Oh, he's actually a baby."
How often do you think that happens?
Enough.
To be clear, I was just thinking, what even was the purpose of that scene until Grovyle said that? Not Grovyle, Dusknoir said that, or thought that. And I was like, oh, the purpose was like, oh, look at, Grovyle being so trusting, and that's what makes him different, etc., etc., etc. I was like, how many times do you think the game does something that we look at and it's like, well, what was the purpose? And because we don't see the partner's thoughts, and we don't see the player talk at all, do we just miss it because they didn't tell us?
So a lot. I could see that with a lot of things meaning to be emotional beats, but since the player doesn't actually react to them or properly, they don't actually hit as emotional beats. Oh, that's painful.